Okay, let's begin. This is price determination in chapter 9, design world. Up at least one or two FQs can be given from here, from this chapter. And although it is in the beginning of the book, but very important. And it has very detailed explanations also related to the demand, supply, and the changes. Remember, students, that we are talking about disequilibrium here. Disequilibrium means that the demand supply, they are not equal. There is a bit of a difference between demand supply, means that there can be an excess demand or there can be an excess supply in the market. Excess demand basically will be showing the shortage, means demand is comparatively more than the supply. That is one case. Excess supply means that the supply is more, there is a surplus. There is a surplus in the market of that particular product, and because of that there is disequilibrium. So consider the first case of excess demand, in which the demand is more than the supply. Why the excess demand happens? That is the first thing. You can see the first diagram over here, the first diagram, in which the original equilibrium point was $5. Original equilibrium point was $5. But what the producers have done, because of any reason, they have kept the price at $3. Where was the original equilibrium? $5. And now they have kept the price at $3, that you can see on the right. So obviously, when the consumers were paying $5 for that product, and now they are just selling that product, what will happen? There will be many consumers who would like to buy that product. So the more consumers will be there. But the problem is that the supply is not going to match the demand at $3. This is which case? This is the case when the price is kept below the equilibrium, below the equilibrium point, original equilibrium point, from not at $5 but at $3. What will happen? That here we want to check the second diagram, and the second diagram says that there is disequilibrium at $3. If the market returns back to the equilibrium, it means that it will come back to $5 again. What we have to do actually? So obviously, what will happen in that case? You can see that if you want to go back from $3 to $5 in the second diagram, which is 9.4, it is written over here, the demand is going to contract. The demand is going to contract, and the supply, of course, is going to extend. Why that supply is going to extend? Reason is that the producers, when they see that the demand, when the prices are going to go up, there is an excess demand in the market, so many producers will be willing to produce the product and want to sell the product. So they are going to get basically better return on that product also. Now, we have discussed that from equilibrium to disequilibrium, and then disequilibrium to equilibrium again. On the left hand side, you see that I have done some sales calculations. There is a reason for it, because the MCQs which are given in the exercise I will show you, they have asked that whether the sales will increase or decrease at equilibrium point and at the disequilibrium point. At equilibrium point, the sales is basically 5 multiplied by 30. The sales is 5 multiplied by 30. How do we know that it is 5 multiplied by 30? Look at the diagram 9.4. What is the price at equilibrium? $5. And what is the quantity supplied and demanded? It is 30. So 5 multiplied by 30 is 150. That is the sales at the equilibrium. But at excess demand, the excess demand in the second figure 9.4, you can see that the demand is at 45 units. And what is the level of price? $3. So if we are finding out the sales or the sales revenue, price multiplied by quantity sold, your quantity demanded. That is the basic formula of the sales. So at excess demand, it is 3 multiplied by 45, which is 135. I have written on the column that more sales revenue for the producer will occur when the market is going back to the equilibrium. And what is going back to the equilibrium? Equilibrium means moving from $3 to $5. That is moving back from the disequilibrium to the equilibrium. This was the joint made